is, of course, the beautiful South, and everyone's talking, getting Freedom FM's night cruise underway for this Monday evening. And a hearty good evening to you, and thank you for joining me. But you know what? Before I go any further, I really have to say thanks to Greg for the last few hours here on Freedom FM. And if you liked what he was up to, the good news for all of us is he'll be back tomorrow at about 8 p.m. Now, in case you were wondering, my name is Feargal, and for the next 2 hours, I'm going to make it my mission to play some of the finest 90s and noughties romance, relaxing and chill songs just for you. And you know what? We have much more than just the music, because after midnight, we're going to have a crack at a game called Love Lyrics. While in this hour, I'll give you a go at putting a smile on all of our faces by playing Monday Punday, and if that doesn't mean much to you, stick around because I'll explain it all very shortly. Now, if you want to reach out to me for, well, any reason whatsoever, you can do so often and early. Just send me a text or WhatsApp to 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888. Now, if you're more into the old email, you can hit me up there at hello@freedomfm.ie. And if you want to, you do have my permission to slide into my DMs on Threads, Insta and Blue Sky under Voice Active Ferg, spelled just like it sounds. Right, I think we can all agree that's enough chit-chat out of me for now, so let's get together and make this a night to remember by getting the whole thing underway in 3, 2, 1. That's originally a country music song by a fella called Keith Whiteley, and that version from the Notting Hill movie is Ronan's 1999 cover of When You Say Nothing at All on your night cruise from Freedom FM. And would you look at the time? 21 minutes after 11 means that it's that time on a Monday night where you get to put a smile on all of our faces with this week's Monday Punday game. Now, if you are one of our cherished night cruise regulars, a massive thank you for tuning back in. And if you're new to our bit of the night, a warm welcome, and let's get you up to speed on how we play this game, shall we? You see, every Monday, I challenge you with a theme, and your mission is to craft a pun by combining that theme with a celebrity, band, or fictional character name to make a pun that'll have us all chuckling. Well, at least groaning anyway. Now, if that isn't making too much sense, don't worry. Let me tell you this week's theme and then run some of my own shockingly shambolic examples by you, after which I hope you'll be up to speed on how to play the game. So, what is this week's theme, you ask? Well, you see, over the weekend, I was having a bit of a clear out around the house, and I came across a load of old tech hidden in boxes in the furthest reaches of the attic. And after clearing away the spiders, I found stuff like VHS tapes, a sling box, remember them? A dual tape answering machine, and my original Apple iMac G3, which was basically just a see-through portable TV with bits of computer stuck inside. And that gave me the idea of having a Monday Punday by creating puns from combining celebrity, band, or fictional character names with any old tech. So, to get you started, here are some examples that I came up with earlier. Starting with Game Boy George. Look, it's not that bad. Now, you may be aware that the F1 season is almost on us for 2025, so how about Beta Max Verstappen? No? And finally, I give you my piece de resistance, dial-up horn. And if you're online in the 80s and 90s, you will know exactly what dial-up means. Anyway, I know that you can do way better than me, so I want you to send in your old tech-themed celebrity, band, or fictional character name puns into me now on WhatsApp to 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888. Welcome to the Night Cruise on Freedom FM, your time machine back to the best romance, relaxing and chill hits from the 90s and noughties. And as well as the music, we do have a few silly games to help wind out the hour, including Monday Punday, a game all about making puns. And if you were with me a moment ago, you will know that this evening I asked you to make up some silly puns by combining all things old tech with any celebrity, band, or fictional character name. And as always, you lovely night owls have been brilliant with your suggestions. So let's start this evening's Monday Punday with Craig Bell in Limerick, who not only went with old tech, but also an old actor when he says Warren Beatty Max. Betamax tape. It was the worst thing, wasn't it, when your parents came home in the early 80s telling you they got a new video recorder for less than half price. And of course, it was a Betamax, almost as useless as Laserdiscs. That said, though, Laserdiscs did look cool. Anyway, thank you, Craig, for sending that one in. Now, up next, we've got Grace Olsen in Carlow, who also knows her old 80s tech and West End stars because she's going with Elaine Pager, who we would be playing if her song, I Knew Him So Well, had been released in the 90s. Anyway, Grace, that is a fantastic pun. Thank you very much. And finally for now, your friend and mine, Miles Pierce in Sutton, knows his old English comedians and the 80s Nintendo Entertainment System when he says NES, Nes Dawson. I love that reference, Miles. And when you sent it in, I couldn't help my inner nerd and had a look online to see how much they're going for these days. And I was surprised to see they're running at about £100 or so. Now, if I only had some games. So, what about you? Can you come up with some old tech-related celebrity band or fictional character Monday Punday puns? Well, if you can't, you still got time to get them into me on WhatsApp to 086 206 8888. That's 086 206 8888. But you got to be quick because the final round is coming up right after we hear from Candy Flip. This is the Night Cruise on Freedom FM, where it's just about time to wrap up this Monday's Monday Punday game. The game where you get to send in some puns by combining any celebrity, band, or fictional character name with the theme that I give you. And this week, you've been combining all things old tech with any celebrity, band, or fictional character names. So let's get to this final round of puns underway with Elizabeth Rogers in Cabra, who's gone with the actor and original mobile phone, not Keanu Reeves. Thank you, Elizabeth. And you have brought back memories of me in the 90s, wasting my afternoons playing snakes on my first mobile. Now, Mr. Brendan Dunn, who is in Tala this evening, says, Feargal, I love me a bit of 80s music and 80s tech, so how about Vinyl Richie? That's brilliant, Brendan. Thank you so much. Up next, we've got Rachel Price, who's in Monkstown in Cork, who's going back to old tech and old 70s celebrities when she says, portable telly Savalas. I had one of those in my bedsit in Hamburg in Germany in the early 90s, Rachel, and it was so old, it was black and white. And finally, for this morning, Maisie Collins in Santry goes with one of my favourite comedians combined with the original way of recording sound when she says, Ruby Wax Cylinder. Maisie, you genius. That's absolutely brilliant. Thank you so much. But, my friends, that unfortunately means we are at an end of this week's Monday Punday. A really good one, I think. And if you like Monday Punday, well, you know what you got to do. Tell your family and friends and come back next Monday at about 11:15 and we'll do it all over again.